Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Space. So guys, in today's video we are going to cover Kaspa, of course its recent price action, and on top of that we are going to cover BTC, its recent price action, and we are going to cover a couple of interesting charts for altcoins and overall market too. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. And now let's hop into Kaspa itself. So Kaspa is currently trading at 13 cents. The volume is sitting at 26.9 million USD, and the market cap is currently sitting at 3.2 billion USD. And now the current reward is sitting at 110 Kaspa. The next reward is going to be 104. The next reduction is scheduled in 3 days, and the hash rate is currently sitting at 301 per hash per second, and all-time highs is 324 per hash per second. So again, look at the hash rate, baby. And now guys, let's quickly cover 10k holders. So last update guys we had on 28th of May, and we're sitting at 75k 690, and today we are sitting at 75k 990, which gives us 300 new holders in the last 3 days. And now if it comes to 100k, we are sitting at 90 new holders in the last 3 days. Anyways guys, let's hop into the chart itself. And now guys, referring to that previous target on a 2-hourly time frame, unfortunately that target didn't play out. Of course that's, given effect of what BTC is doing, or actually doing not too much. Kaspa doesn't really have too much of fuel to go upwards, right? However, I do believe that momentum is being built up. So now let's actually have a look at 4-hourly time frame, and as you guys can see, we are in that pretty much neutral territory if it comes to stochastic RSI. And now even if Kaspa would see the the further pullback, we could see the retest of 13 cents, however lower levels of 13 cents, which would be, let's see, around 2.2% of downwards momentum for Kaspa if we would dip below and retest that level of support. Now let's actually have a look at the daily, and let's have a look what's going on daily guys, right? So as you guys can see, we have pretty much reached the neutral zone on a daily as well if it comes to stochastic RSI, and the question is, are we going to see that bullish reversal and cross now, or Kaspa is actually going to dip further, right? That's the daily scenario, right? So now referring to that downtrend over here, that's obviously bullish, right? Because we have spiked above that trend line, so we have basically broke that bearish trend for Kaspa. Nevertheless, obviously Kaspa is a slow mover at the moment, at least. However, I do believe that this month of June is actually going to be a bullish month for Kaspa, because obviously we do have these bullish catalysts coming, which is implementation of KRC20 standard, etc, etc, not mentioning about listings of top tier exchanges that hopefully are going to come. And let's throw a rainbow for Kaspa. So guys, we are still pretty much being bullish. Kaspa never dipped below if it comes to that rainbow, and at the moment we are holding strong on a weekly time frame for Kaspa. And as I was mentioning in the previous updates, we are building that momentum to spike towards the upside on stochastic RSI. So I would say that this is definitely not time to be bearish on Kaspa, because again, Kaspa is going to surprise many people, I believe. As you guys can see on the weekly chart, what is going on for Kaspa, right? That's weekly, by the way. I remind to everybody, every single time we are dipping into these levels on the lower bands of that rainbow ribbon, we can clearly see that Kaspa is bouncing back, right? So that is just a matter of time, in my opinion, when Kaspa is going to see the next spike. And many people are predicting, well, just like me too, that next spike could be around 30, potentially even 50 cents of a dollar for Kaspa. But that's obviously would be pushing, right, with the next pump. So let's be conservative, and the next target could be around, let's say, anything between 30 to 40 cents for Kaspa, which I believe would be phenomenal. But anyways guys, let's have a look at the overall market. So on a daily time frame, what do we have as a winners? We got the Jasmine coin up 9.4%, we've got Pepe and many others, right? So market is pretty much trading sideways. Not every single coin is pumping as of today, as of the time of recording this video. But anyways, let's actually have a look at breaking news, I believe. So President Biden vetoes a bill that allows highly regulated financial firms to hold Bitcoin and crypto. So, well, I believe that's bullish, and of course that is over here, but I'm not going to read that for you guys. If you're interested into reading that paper, make sure that you check out watcher.guru on X or Twitter, however you want to call it. But now let's have a look at some ETF inflows. So as of yesterday, 31st of May, we are sitting at 48 million USD of positive inflows. And now guys, shout out to Trader Taring Grade, and that is a 3 daily chart for BTC. So Are you ready for the next Bitcoin pump? Price actions are there. BTC has been copying the last consolidation breakout, flag and pump. The move is pump. So guys, let's have a look. Every single time we had the pump, obviously then we had the downward, aka pullback, right? Retracement, or however you want to call it. Then we had the breakout, right? Then we had this bullish flag, and after that we had a pump, right? So as you guys can see what is going on, we broke that downtrend. Now we got this bullish flag, and now the next pump could be around 80 to 90k for BTC before the next pullback. So guys, I believe that this is, definitely not the time to be bearish on crypto. And now shout out to the Scalping Pro. Bitcoin just closed another monthly candle above support. The price broke out above the last monthly resistance back in March and has now turned the level into support. For the past few months, price has been going sideways above the previous all-time highs. In an uptrend, it's normal for the price to move sideways before a big move. Last year, from March to September, the price stayed flat for 7 months before it broke out and surged by 178%. So even though it might seem boring, this kind of sideways movement usually comes before a massive move. If we see a similar 178% surge on the current range breakout, we are looking at $188,000 BTC. Guys, let me know down below in the comments if you believe that the next move could actually bring 180k for BTC. That would be very, very interesting. And now shout out to El Crypto Pro. So guys, these are altcoins, and that's including everything, including BTC. Monthly close today, and the total market cap chart still looks like it did in 2020, just before the big run started. Isn't it impressive how everything repeats itself? So guys, he's saying that everything is repeating itself, and actually let's have a look. So that is a run in 2020, 2021, right? So after that, downtrend, obviously we have broke above, right? Then we had some pullback on away, which is in that yellow bubble. And now guys, let's have a look at the current cycle, right? So we got 2023, 2024, and obviously we do have our bear cycle, right? The first pump out of it, and then yellow bubble again, in which we do have a pullback. And now the question is, are we going to see the next pump soon? And well, looking at the indicators and comparing them to the previous cycles, guys, as you guys can see, these are pretty much similar actions that are circled in that yellow bubble. So something tells me that we could see fireworks in our portfolios. And by the way, that is a weekly chart for BTC. BTC is above the super gappy and above its previous all-time highs, as it was in 2013, 2017 and 2020, before going parabolic for the following months. The most exciting months of the whole cycle are coming up. Don't mess it up. Guys, let's have a look at 2011. So that was the start in 2011, and as you guys can see, we had a beautiful run. Nevertheless, every single time Bitcoin was basically dancing above previous all-time highs, what we have experienced, boom, parabola. And now in 2017, 2021, as you guys can see, the same scenario. And now, 1st of June, we are sitting at exactly the same place for BTC. So guys, that looks very, very bullish in my opinion. But anyways, shout out to the Scalping Pro. So Ether, don't get shaken out. So according to the Scalping Pro, he's got $13,000 targets for Ethereum this cycle. And why am I showing you Ethereum chart? Obviously, we do have to remember that first, most of the money has to come through BTC and Ethereum as well. And once Ethereum is going to see, major spike in terms of its price, after that, Ethereum based tokens are going to see their bull run as well. So guys, we are still early, okay? Nevertheless, I do believe that this is the best, well, pretty much the last time to purchase some crypto. But anyways, this is not financial advice. You do you guys. Anyways, shout out to Makeable Crypto. And that is a daily chart. Bitcoin displays a broadened wedge on the daily chart, and the breakout is closer than you think. Breakout target is 85k. Get ready. So guys, we do have these breakout targets, right, for 85,000, and I do believe that this is a reasonable target, anything between 80 and 90k, perhaps even 100, and after that probably the next leg down for BTC. So now let's have a look at standpoint from Wyckoff accumulation. According to the Scalping Pro, altcoins market cap recently broke out of a massive Wyckoff accumulation pattern. The sideways price action looks like consolidation before another leg up. So guys, we have fully entered phase E. Obviously, we do have that pullback in that phase E. Nevertheless, after that pullback is going to end, I'm pretty sure that we are going to see major fireworks in our altcoin portfolio. And now, half of the Bitcoin bull run is over. The next half is going to be epic. So he's got $270 targets for BTC this cycle, and I do believe that this is quite reasonable. Of course, it could be more, of course, it could be less, but this is, the average pretty much for BTC of what I would expect from BTC. Nevertheless, we shouldn't really wait for these targets because they might never happen. So guys, please make sure that you are taking your profits along the way. Nevertheless, as you guys can see, we are still relatively early and that parabola is about to start for BTC. All right, that's it what I've got for you today, ladies and gents. I hope that you have guys enjoyed and I wish you have a great weekend. Peace and love, crypto.